Hello, this is State Senator Dale Ryder, and welcome to another edition of the 2-Minute Drill. Today is Tuesday, June 30th, and I'm coming to you from my office here in the state capitol the day before the new fiscal year is scheduled to start. Now, normally this wouldn't be that momentous of a date, but as I sit here and talk to you now, the Democrat majority still has not passed to Governor Rauner's desk a constitutional budget which he could sign and still comply with his duties under the Illinois Constitution. Remember, a few days before the scheduled adjournment in May, the Democrat majority pushed through the House and the Senate a budget that spent $4 billion of your tax money more than the tax money you'll send to Springfield. An unbalanced budget to the degree of $4 billion when we were already going into the new fiscal year facing a $6 billion deficit. In terms of governance, that is the ultimate in irresponsibility to our children and grandchildren, telling them that they're not only going to pay for what they spend, they're going to pay for what we spend as well. We cannot do that. I continue to work with Governor Rauner and other Republicans to try to bring Speaker Madigan and his Democrats to the table to negotiate on common sense reforms that Bruce Rauner was elected on last November. Reforms to our workers' compensation system, to the way that we redistrict in Illinois to provide for fair elections, for a voice on term limits, whether or not the citizens of this state want term limits, other common sense, moderate reforms. These are the issues that voters voted on when they came to the polls in November and said, we need to see Illinois doing some things differently. We need to adopt these reforms along with a common sense, sensible, balanced budget. Please reach out to the governor, if you would, and remind him that standing for a balanced budget is important and he should continue to stand his ground. I also want to hear from you. I want to hear your thoughts and suggestions about what we can do to strengthen our hand to make it more likely the Democrats at some point will come to the table sooner rather than later, before too many people get hurt by a government shutdown, to adopt common sense reforms and a balanced budget. We'll stay in touch. Thanks again for joining me on another edition of the 2-Minute Drill.